All right, Shalom. Shalom to the elect of Israel, whoever you might be out there. I want to start off as always by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect out there, whoever you might be. Shalom to the 140 and 4,000. All right, it's the brother Amawar Padah from the GMS Denver camp. And I'm going to do another lesson in regards to the promises or the statements made by Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, unto the Israelites. Okay? And one topic that I want to go in on is salvation, because salvation is promised. All right? Somebody's going to be saved out of the coming destruction. And it says right here, the definition of salvation, it says preservation or deliverance from destruction, difficulty, or evil. All right. You see, a source, means, or cause of such preservation or deliverance. Deliverance from the power of or penalty of sin. Redemption. There you go, man. That's promised to a select number of Israelites on this earth right now, man. Salvation is promised to somebody. All right, the remnant, the 1/3 remnant, starting with the 144,000. All right. Now, eventually, the entire nation of Israel is going to be saved from sin. All right, but we're looking to be saved from the coming destruction, which is nigh at hand. All right. You see the plagues, the pestilences, which are the judgments of the Lord, man. And then ultimately, the thermonuclear fire in the midst of World War III. We're looking to be saved from that, man. And that's why we strive like we do, man, so that the Lord, will have mercy on us, man. But ultimately, the elect are predestined for salvation. The thing is, we don't know if we're the elect, but we hope we are. All right? We hope we're the elect. That's why we call ourselves the hopeful elect. But one thing is certain, that, those who endure unto the end, who stand in this truth, serving the Lord until the end, they're going to receive salvation. That's promised. That's what the Lord Yahweh Shai himself said. Let's get there really quick in Matthew 24. See, we got to hold the Lord to these words, man, because he's going to come through on them. This is what gives us hope and faith, knowing that we can trust on what the Lord said to be true. All right, here we have it, man. The heavy hitter from the Lord Yahweh Shai. All right. And he says in Matthew 24:13, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Shall be saved. But the condition is you have to endure unto the end, man. The end of the age, man. You got to remain steadfast in this truth. Serving the Lord, man. Holding on to the faith. All right? Holding on to the faith unto the end. Those who do will be saved, man. The Lord says it right here. So we got to hold the Lord to that, man. He going to come through on it. But knowing this, it should give you, Salakia. Knowing this, it should give you that push to endure, man. No matter what's going on around you. Because you know that if you endure into the end, that means that you're the elect. And you're going to receive salvation. All right? The Lord's not a man that he should lie. He says it right here. So, hey, let that be a motivation to us, man. All right, because you got people that they get discouraged, and we all go through different, battles with these demons that jump on our mind and whatnot, different life circumstances, man. Demons trying to tell you, oh, you're not a man of the Lord. The Lord's going to destroy you. You might as well just give it up now, man. All those type of thoughts that come into our head, through these different demonic forces, we rebuke them because of what is said right here. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And that's what that's what we're striving for, man. For salvation. So yeah, man, this helps you right here. Destroy those wicked thoughts that these demons try to plant in your head, man, to get you to fall out the truth. All right? All right, here we have right here in the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 27. Isaiah, also, known as Isaiah, all right, also crieth concerning Israel, though the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, a remnant shall be saved. All right, because The nation of Israel, man, we're uncountable. I mean, we're uncountable, innumerable. Okay, that's why it says that though we be as the sands of the sea, all right, a remnant shall be saved. So the entire nation of Israel is not going to be saved on this go round, man. All right, I did a lesson earlier talking about the 2/3 and the 1/3. All right, the majority of our people, especially here in America, Babylon the Great, are going to be destroyed, man. They're going to receive judgment from the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. Those who are not of that elect remnant who will receive salvation as prophesied. All right, this is the prophecy that a group of Israelites would receive salvation from the coming destruction to meet the Lord in the air, man. Yahweh Shai. All right, this is what we're striving for, man. It's promised to the elect. All right, here's another one from the Lord Yahweh Shai. Okay, Matthew 7:13. And he says, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. So the Lord Yahweh Shai is talking about that straight gate that we always mention. And you see how it's spelled S-T-R-A-I-T. It's not talking about straight like a straight line. All right, it's talking about straight like is in a path of difficulty. All right, you ever heard that term, dire straits? You know, after he lost his job, he was in dire straits. You know, that's what that's talking about, man. A path of difficulty. All right, and the elect must go through this path of difficulty to enter into the kingdom, man, to receive that salvation. You see, but it's promised to those who endure, who go through the straight gate. Those going to be uncomfortable. It's going to seem unfair and all that other type of stuff, man. But this is the path. Many go, you know, the way of the broad gate, meaning the wide way, the wide path. That's the rest of the world, man. Do whatever the fuck they want to do, not disciplining themselves, not being chastened under the hand of the Lord. You know, that's the broad way, man. That do as thou wilt spirit. That's the way that most people are going. All right, but the elect, the remnant, are going to be embarking on that straight gate, man. All right, not moving to the left or to the right, going through the persecution, going through the discipline that is required to serve Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, you see, that way leads to life, but the broad gate that everybody else is on, the easy path, so-called, leads to death. Okay, and that's promised for them too. But let's see, verse 14. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. You see, the few are the elect. All right, that's not the majority of people, but it is promised to them. All right, that if they endure the straight gate, that they will enter in, man. They're going to enter into eternal life, being, you know, entering into the kingdom of heaven, man. All right, on the first go round, not experiencing the kingdom by way of death and pain like the 2/3, man. They're eventually going to be in the kingdom. The 2/3, the wicked ass Israelites that die on this side, but it's going to have to be after they receive judgment, after death and pain, man. And they're going to have their heads down in the kingdom for a while, because they're going to remember that they, you know, pretty much let the Lord down on this side. We don't want to be a part of that number, man. That's a huge number that's going to be a part of that lot. Okay? This is why we strive so hard, man. We're striving to enter in at the straight gate, man. All right, here we have the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 7 in the Apocrypha. Now, this goes into that as well. All right? How those who enter into the kingdom is going to be a small number, and it's not going to be an easy path. But the result is guaranteed if you make it. All right? It's a guaranteed, you know, salvation if you endure. All right? Now it says, verse 1. This is Ezra, all right, the prophet speaking, all right? And when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me the angel which had been sent unto me the nights before. And he said unto me, Up, Esdras, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. And I said, Speak on, my power. Then said, so that's the Lord speaking through the angel to Ezra. Then said he unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. But the case but put the case the entrance were narrow and like a river. So that wide place is the kingdom of heaven. But the way to get into it is like a narrow path. Like imagine a river, right? A narrow river leading to the ocean. All right. You see, you have to go through that narrow river to get to the wide ocean. The wide ocean being a representative of the kingdom of heaven, man. But right now, that river, that thin river is the path that the elect are on, man. Abstaining from the lust of this world, abstaining from the wickedness and evil of this society. All right. Being disciplined and serving the Lord. All right, following the laws, the statutes and commandments to the best of their abilities, though they're not perfect, they're striving, man. That's that narrow path that the rest of the world is not on. All right, they out there still committing adultery, eating pork, smoking weed. That's what everybody does. That's the wide gate. That's the path that leads to destruction, as we read earlier. All right, but let's continue on. Verse 5. It says, "Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? All right. If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad?" All right. So that's a question, man. How you going to get into the kingdom of heaven if you're not going to go through the straight gate, man? There's only one entrance, man. That's it. The path of following Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. All right. Verse 6. "There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field and is full of all good things." That broad field is also synonymous to the kingdom of heaven. And is filled with all good things. All the promises, the blessings are there, man. Immortal bodies, man. Immortality. Rulership. All right. Perfect families. All those things are there. But you got to go through the straight gate to get to it. It says, verse 7, "The entrance thereof is narrow," you see, "and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water." So imagine you on a tightrope, and the elders, the elder apostles, and the teachers of GMS, the prophets, they use this analogy a lot, man. Imagine you on a tightrope. All right, you walking a tightrope, and you very high up in the sky, and you got on one side of you a raging fucking forest fire, an inferno. Then on the other side, you got super deep ass ocean water, man. All right, raging waves and all that stuff. And if you go to one side or to the other, you're gonna fall and die. That's how this path is. We cannot go to either side, man. We cannot turn to wickedness, man. We got to stay focused on the path that the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai has set up. Okay? That's the only way you're going to enter into the kingdom. All right? You can't go over here and go into Islam on the left-hand side. It's going to lead to that fire. You can't go over here and go to being an adulterer or being a wicked nigga in the world anymore, man. You're going to drown in that water. All right. It's kind of crazy that they say that because, the first death was the flood. All right. And there's only a few people that were saved out of that. The elect in that time was Noah and his family, right? 8 souls. They went in on that straight gate. They took that, the persecution and ridicule from the people, but they remained on that tightrope. They built that ark, or Noah built that ark, and they got on that mud and they were saved. And we started off this lesson with what? Salvation. That's promised to those who enter in and remain on that straight gate until the end. All right? No matter the ridicule and mockery that's made at them, man. Just like Noah. They were talking mad shit about Noah, but he survived that deep water, didn't he? Now, this time, the second death is going to be that lake of fire, man. All right? On this side of things, it's the lake of fire, man. Those who deviate off the path, off that straight line, that path of difficulty, all right, trying to live righteously in a wicked society, all right, if they give in to the wickedness, they're going to fall off and get burned in that fire, which is soon to come in the midst of World War III. That fire is prepared, man. So we don't want to fall off into that fire. All right. Continuing on, verse 8. "And only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once." Okay, you see that? And it's talking about working out your own salvation with fear and trembling. The next man can't walk that path for you. You got to be in order. All right. Underneath the men that the Lord, Yahweh Shai has sent unto you, according to Jeremiah 3 and 15. All right. And you got to walk your own path, man. All right. It's you and Yahweh Bashmi Shai at the end of the day, man. Though you have the brotherhood, we help each other get through it, but we all got to walk our own path, man. Can't nobody do it for you. And you can't do nothing for the next brother. All right. It says, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? All right. And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. So there you go, man. All right. You see, this is what we must go through to get to that reward, man. But the reward is guaranteed. That's a promise from Yahweh Shai Shai. All right. I have here the book of 2nd Esdras in the Apocrypha, chapter 9 and verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved, all right, receiving salvation, and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed. So it's going to take faith, and you show your faith by your works, man, the things that you do in life, man. All right. Not every man is going to be a prophet. All right. We got to, acknowledge that not every man in the truth is going to be a prophet. All right. You're going to have those who just believe, man. And those who show their belief by how they live their lives, man. That's part of the works. You stopping from sin, that you can control. You know what I mean? You abstaining from certain things that you did in the world to please Yahweh Shai Shai. That's showing your faith by your works, man. You rejecting the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, and that's going to be the ultimate test right there. It's going to be the real narrow part of the straight gate. All right, you see, because this interest, it gets thinner and thinner and thinner as we get closer to the kingdom. The path gets thinner and thinner. It gets harder and more difficult. Okay, and one of the last parts of the straight gate is that RFID microchip, man, which is soon, man. It's soon to come. The mark of the beast, the hour of temptation. But those who truly believe and have faith, they're going to show their works by rejecting that shit. All right? That's part of enduring it to the end. Okay? Even in the face of death. Verse 8, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. So it's going into that predestination of the elect, the remnant, all right, which is a innumerable multitude, all right. You get the 144,000, then you have the rest of the men, women, and children, all right. And we don't have an exact number on that, okay. But those are nonetheless the remnant, all right, who are chosen from the beginning, and they're going to make it through all the said calamities and perils that are to come. They're going to make it through Jacob's trouble, the famines, the wars, the race wars, man, the civil war. They're going to make it through all the pestilences and the plagues while holding on to their faith, man. The Lord's going to preserve them. And they're going to see the salvation of Yahweh Shai Shai. Lord willing, we be of that number, man. It's promised right here, man. And once again, in another scripture. Another one, all right? Isaiah 57 and verse 13. When thou criest, let thy companies deliver thee, but the wind shall carry them all away. Vanity shall take them, but he that putteth his trust in me shall possess the land and shall inherit my holy mountain. All right, there you go, man. Going into that promised land as well. We did a lesson on that. That was the previous lesson, talking about the promised land. Well, it's promised to those who endure to the end. They're going to be saved and they're going to inherit the kingdom, man. All right, right here. The Lord is not a man that he should lie. All we got to do is come through on our end. All right, Psalms 37 and verse 10. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yeah, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. The wicked being Esau, Edom, mainly. All right, he's the wicked. All right, and he's going to be eradicated. He's not going to last forever, man. Esau, the entire nation of Esau, according to Obadiah 1 and 18, is going to be eradicated, man. So their rule is temporary. But what does it say here? Let's see. Next verse it says, but the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. And the meek is the elect, man. Meek being humble. The elect are humble. They've humbled themselves in the sight of Yahweh Shai Shai. They cast off that proud mindset that the rest of the world has to this day. It's becoming worse and worse. To be obedient, man, to the best of their abilities, to serve the Lord, man, to attempt to appease his wrath that we have wrought. All right? That's what the meek are doing. That's what the elect are going to be doing, man. And it says that they're going to inherit the earth, man. The earth is talking about the kingdom of heaven, man, in which it's going to be renewed, you know, and Yahweh Shai is going to be ruling in righteousness, guiding us. All right? We're going to have those new immortal bodies, and we're going to run the earth, man. Okay? The kingdom of heaven is on earth. All right? Reminds me of that song. But anyway, yeah, man, it says we shall reign on the earth in another verse. All right? So yeah, man, the elect are promised the inheritance of the earth, man, on the first go round. That's why we fight so hard, man. All right, check this out. Going into that remnant, right? The Lord is reserving a remnant to be saved, right? Isaiah chapter 65 and verse 8. Oh, and the remnant is only of the nation of Israel, by the way. All right, not these heathens. These heathens don't have salvation. This only applies to the Israelites. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashmi Shai, as the new wine is found in the cluster, and one saith, destroy it not, for a blessing is in it, so will I do for my servants' sakes, that I may not destroy them all. Do you see that? Who are the servants of the Lord, man? The Israelites. We're made to serve the Lord. Our purpose in the earth is to glorify Yahweh Bashmi Shai. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, that's your purpose. But guess what? He said he's not going to destroy all of us. All right? He goes on to say in the next verse, and I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob and out of Judah, an inheritor of my mountains, and mine elect shall inherit it, and my servant shall dwell there. Now, the main elect out of all of us is Yahweh Shai. All right? You see? And he's out of the tribe of Judah. But you see, the elect belong to him. And the elect are joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. All right, starting with the 144,000, man. The 144,000, those are joint heirs with the Lord Yahweh Shai. He's going to share his inheritance with the elect, the 144,000. That's the governing body. And then the rest of the elect fall in order underneath them. Okay? So yeah, man. Revelation 21 and verse 7. Check this out. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his power, and he shall be my son. You see, the first one to overcome the evils of this world in his flesh was Yahweh Shai. He overcame death. He overcame sin, which leads to death. He did it perfectly in the flesh. But guess what? Through Yahweh Shai, all right, you see, we're going to overcome too, through his blood, man. And we're going to inherit all things. And the Lord's going to call us sons, all right? So there you go, man. You're going to be made those guides, those judges again underneath Yahweh Shai. All right? The elect, 144,000, that's the governing body of the elect, man, of the nation of Israel. And us men, Lord willing, we're of that number. Right, because it's only, consisted of men. There's no women in 144,000. Check this out. I want to get this account in the book of Hebrews, chapter 11 and verse 24, because, the Hebrews, man, the book of Hebrews, it reminds you of our forefathers, man, and how they moved in the earth, man, and what their mindset was. And Moses, all right, which is, if you can receive it, is King David in the reincarnation, He later came as King David. But anyway, that's whole nother lesson. But Moses is a great man of the Lord, man. Check this out. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. All right, because he didn't want to be associated with those Egyptians, man. Though they were rich and he had all the status and the wealth being in Egypt. He was a very high level man over there in Egypt. What does it say next? Choosing rather to suffer affliction, straight gate, with the people of the Most High, all right, being the Israelites, than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. So Moses, he made a conscious decision to say, you know what? I'm living it up over here, in Pharaoh's house, but I see my people over there suffering, man. And I'd rather go suffer with them than to be laid up here in this wicked ass society. And that's how the elect are looking at it now. Lord willing, we be at that number. We rather suffer as being believers of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai in this society rather than to bow the knee and sell out to, live good in this kingdom, which is coming to an end. All right, we have an eternal kingdom that's coming. It's going to be infinitely better than this one. All right, this one's corrupted and shit, man. It goes on to say in the next verse, esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. He believed in the reward, man. And that's why he did what he did. That's why he said, you know what, I'm going to go be with my people. I'd rather suffer in righteousness than to, gloat in wickedness, man. That's the spirit that the elect have. All right, now we did Moses as an example, but look, here's an example of Yahweh Shai. Check it out. He went through the ultimate straight gate, man. Ain't nobody had it as hard as Yahweh Shai, man. You know what he went through on that cross, and even up until the cross. You see, he was suffering. Hebrews 12 and verse 2. Looking unto Yahweh Shai, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High. You see, Yahweh Shai went through that straight gate because he had faith. He understood that the Father was going to, restore him back to the right hand, to give him that glory that he had in the beginning. You see, though he went through the shame and the torment that he had to deal with down here, he finished his course, man, because he knew that the Lord Yahweh had a promise for him, man, and he came through on it. And we're doing the same thing, man. On a lower level, we're doing the same thing. So I got a couple of more. We're going to get ready to close it, all right? The point has been made, but I want to bring this out. 2nd Esdras chapter 9 and verse 20. So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were coming into it, all right? Wickedness is in the world, man. It's supposed to be a paradise, man. The earth is supposed to be Eden, man, Idan in the Hebrew, which is paradise. But because of wickedness and sin, it's fucking hell. All right, but let's see what it says next. And matter of fact, let's go back. Actually, I want to make another point. And a lot of times, when you see the word world, it's also synonymous to the world of Israel. And the world of Israel, all right, has become corrupt, as well, man. You see? In the cosmos sense of the word. That's the Greek word for, the word world in the sense of the nation of Israel. Because we're a world in and of ourselves. All right. And it's become, corrupt and peril has come into our nation because of sin and rebellion. And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster and a plant of a great people. So think about this. The Lord said he had a remnant he was going to save, right? Well, look at it like this. A cluster of grapes. All right. You get a cluster of grapes in your hand. You take out one grape and you throw the rest away. That one grape that you take out and save, that is synonymous to the elect, man, who are going to receive salvation. All right. This is extremely important to understand. We are hoping that we are that one grape that the Lord starts over with. Because you take one grape, right? It had a grape that has seeds in it, unlike Esau's GMO shit. You have a grape with seeds in it, right? From that one grape, you can sprout a whole entire vineyard, man, with the seeds that's in it. All right? That's how the rest of the nation of Israel that got destroyed on this side, the 2/3 and the rebellious Israelites who are going to receive judgment, they're the rest of the grapes that die. They're going to be brought back through the seeds that are preserved, man. Being the elect men and women. Showing you that there will be sex in the kingdom. How the hell are we going to bring back the rest of our people, man, that die on this side? Anyway, that's another lesson. But we hope that we're that grape of the cluster, that remnant that's promised and prophesied to be kept. Next verse it says, let the multitude perish then. which was born in vain. That's the rest of the grapes that the Lord threw away, the wicked of our people. All right. It says, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, the elect, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. And we're going through that perfection stage right now, man. That's that straight gate. The Lord is burning off those impurities, man, so that we could be that preserved grape of the cluster. All right, Salaki. Okay, I got one more. We're gonna close it. All right, Revelation chapter 22 and verse 11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. He which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. Talking about the elect, man. All right, the 2/3, they're gonna be wicked. They're gonna be unrighteous. They're gonna be filthy. All right, because that's their lot. The elect are gonna be the ones who are considered to be righteous, man, and holy, set apart. All right. And here's the Lord Yahweh Shai. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. All right. You see, showing your faith through your works and how you conduct your life, man, on the earth. The Lord is watching that. He's considering all the works of man, whether they be good or evil. All right. You see, his reward is with him upon his return, man. When the Lord comes back, he's going to crown his elect, man. Starting with the 144,000, they're going to receive those crowns, man. That's the reward, man. Salvation, which is promised, man. So the Lord says it right here himself. Hey, my reward is with me. I got it right here, waiting on you, you know? So, yeah, man, that's the point, you know, of this lesson, is that there is a reward for what we're doing, man. It's promised that we will receive a reward if we continue in faith until the end, man. Until the end and our return of Yahweh Shai. So I'm going to end it right there. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakak Wadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Hey, this is very real, man. Fight to enter into the kingdom, man. All right? Hey, Kwame Yasharala in the Bible Bar. Shalom.